Welcome to our countdown of the 10 terrifying swimming pools you could drown in. Alright, starting off with number 10, we have Chuyan Water Park. Wave pools are, a popular feature of water parks around the world. They give visitors the chance to enjoy predictable peaks and troughs without needing to go to the beach. But, oh boy, the equipment that's needed to create the effect poses some safety challenges. Sometimes things don't exactly go to plan. In July of 2019, people had flocked to the Shiyun Water Park in northeast China, looking to cool off in the heat. The wave pool was full of swimmers, and for some reason, the machinery malfunctioned and created a wave much bigger than the pool was designed for. People were swept away and thrown into the air before crashing down onto tiles. Amongst all the screams, people covered in blood tried to desperately escape the water in case another wave was approaching. In total, more than 44 people were seriously injured, and it was incredibly lucky that no one died in the crush. Despite accusations that the pool operator was drunk at the time of the incident, park officials revealed a power cut was responsible for the freak wave, which means that in the right circumstances, it could easily happen again. Moving on to number 9, we have the Deep Joy, or as it's officially known, Y40 the Deep Joy. So, the Y40 Deep Joy in Italy is currently the deepest swimming pool in the world at 130 feet. That's like as deep as a 14-story building is tall, and it contains 152,000 cubic feet of water. It's made up of a traditional pool shape, but then, there's this cylindrical section that goes even deeper. And, as you've probably guessed, this isn't really designed for swimming lengths. It's mostly used by scuba divers and free divers, and it even has caves and ledges for people to explore, plus a viewing tunnel where you can walk through and look out at what's happening way down in the depths. Of course, with people swimming so deep, there's an inherent danger with Y40. Making just one wrong move could easily lead to some serious difficulties, and anyone who decides to take a dive has to sign a waiver, just in case the worst happens. Before we move on, be sure to subscribe to Top 5s with notifications on. Number 8, San Alfonso del Mar. The pool at the San Alfonso del Mar resort in Chile holds the record for being the largest pool in the world, covering an area of almost 20 acres and reaching a depth in parts of 115 feet. It contains 66 million gallons of water, and the distance from one side to the other is the same as 20 Olympic swimming pools. To keep it running, water is sucked in and filtered from the ocean, and maintenance costs around $3 million a year. If the images look surprisingly bereft of people enjoying the water, that's because no one is actually allowed to swim in the pool. Today it's only used for boats and kayaks, and you'll soon be chased by security if you jump in. This is because there's no way a lifeguard would be able to spot and save anyone that had gotten into difficulty, and there are rumors that a young boy drowned there a few years after it had opened. Number 7, chunking. When the weather is particularly hot, how desperate would you be to go swimming? This was put to the test in 2016 in the city of Chongqing in western China, when daytime temperatures reached a sweltering 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It seems everyone had the same idea of visiting the local pool, and pictures showed just how packed the place became. It was virtually impossible to find any space amongst the crowd of people, and some people described it as looking at dumplings and boiling water. There were questions too about the safety of visitors. First was the question of pollutants making their way into the water, and whether it was possible to adequately treat it. The other was what would happen if there was an incident. If someone began to drown, there was no chance that they could be rescued, and if the pool needed to be evacuated, it seemed almost inevitable that some people would be crushed in the panic. Number 6, the Library Blood Red Pool. We're so used to pools being a certain shape and color that anything different feels bizarre. That's the premise behind the pool at the Library Resort in Thailand, where swimmers can become so disoriented that they find themselves struggling in the water. Situated on Koh Samui, Chao Wang Beach, the luxurious minimalist resort had chosen design features that make its pool unlike anything you'll see anywhere else in the world, because its water appears to be blood red in color. There's nothing different about the water or the way they treat it, and the entire effect is created by red tiles that line the pool. This does, however, make it more difficult to see the bottom, and it just feels weird swimming here. If you ever visit, just be careful when you dive in, otherwise it could be the last thing you ever do. Held in February of every year, the Open Scandinavian Winter Swimming Championship is held in Skellefteå, Sweden, in a contest that, really challenges the extremes of human endurance. That's because the 25-meter pool they use for the races is actually cut from 2-foot-thick ice, specifically for the competition, and it's in a location that's only about 100 miles away from the Arctic Circle. temperatures drop to just unbearable levels, and as soon as you dive in, you're hit with a burning sensation all over your skin, and your chest cramps up, making it super difficult to breathe. You'll fall unconscious after just 15 minutes in the 32-degree Fahrenheit water, and you would die within an hour if not treated, which is exactly why the race organizers have medical staff, divers, and lifesavers stationed all across the venue. There's also a sauna and hot tub right next to the pool, so participants can quickly warm themselves up and hopefully stave off the onslaught of hypothermia. Those who swim here, they swear by the health benefits of swims like this, and it's said to help fight off stress, depression, and insomnia, as well as helping to lose weight. There are serious risks though, and if things go wrong, your body will just shut down because of the cold and you'll lose any ability to escape the water. Number 4, the Pool of Death. There are hundreds of stunning places you can take a swim in Hawaii, but there's one that's become particularly renowned for the danger it poses, a place known as the Pool of Death. It's on the island of Kauai and is a flooded cove on the coast that's made from volcanic rocks. The water is perfectly clear, so you can see right to the bottom, and it's the ideal temperature for a relaxing dip, but this serene tranquility can, soon turn into a nightmare. The waves of the ocean that roll up against the rock walls can suddenly increase in intensity and smash against the pool and whoever is in it. A large number of people have died here, either because they were overwhelmed by the waves and drowned beneath the water, or were simply thrown against the rocks with such a force. It's one of the most dangerous places to swim in the world, but despite knowing the dangers, its surroundings still make it a popular destination. Number 3, Nemo 33. Until the opening of the Y40 pool in Italy, Nemo 33 in Belgium had the record for being the deepest in the world, reaching a maximum of 113 feet. It contains 660,000 gallons of spring water that's heated to a constant temperature of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. There are caves that can be explored, and you can barely see the bottom from the surface, even though it's full of crystal clear water. It's open to tourists, amateur divers, and professional divers. But because of the dangers involved with such a deep pool of water, there are, strict safety measures to prevent any accidents. No one under the age of 12 is allowed there, and everyone who dives must have a dive buddy or instructor with them at all times. Luckily, no fatal incidents have ever happened at Nemo 33, but that's only because they're so careful. All it would take is one mistake at the bottom of the deep pit, and there'd be nothing anyone could do to save you. Number 2, Marina Bay Sands. The hotels in Singapore are home to some of the world's most amazing swimming pools, but the one that stands out above the rest is the infinity pool on the top floor of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. It's actually the highest pool in the world at an altitude of 1,115 feet, and swimmers can go right up against the side to look out across spectacular views of the city. This is definitely not somewhere to visit if you're scared of heights, and it's actually been known to panic some people because, swimming in a place like this feels so unnatural. It's also subject to extreme weather conditions when storms pass over the city, and if you're in the water when this happens, you might struggle to get out without assistance. Number 1, the Devil's Pool. The most dangerous pool in the world is one that was formed naturally over thousands of years, and honestly, it seems unbelievable that anyone would willingly choose to go here. It's known as the Devil's Pool, and it can be found at the edge of Victoria Falls in Zambia. Against the waterfall edge is an area that's perfect for swimming in, and that's surrounded by rocks that prevent the flow of water from taking you over the side. It's an extremely popular tourist spot, and one that offers some of the most amazing selfie opportunities anywhere in the world. But, make one wrong move and it'll all be over. Sometimes the currents can be enough to drag you underwater, and there's also the ever-present risk of falling over the edge of the 355-foot-high waterfall. There have been several deaths here over the years, and there are likely to be many more in the future, but most who go there feel it's a risk worth taking to be able to swim in such a beautiful place. Subscribe to Top 5s for more, and check out some of our other popular videos. Thank you.